how women perceive freedom. That's what I wanted to show, like in three, four women and all that. So அதை வச்சுட்டு I started building the thing. Malayalam films is always inspired me. I mean, even now it inspires a lot of Malayalam films, like the way they do. So we thought, we were talking like, okay, we should also get into Malayalam industry and start producing films. But then only we came to see this film called Attention Please. It's very, very, very intense, very well made film. That's why I'm making Jigarthanda 2. But that's not a sequel. Jigarthanda 2 is not a sequel. I don't even see myself as like a very political person and all that, because I don't want to see politics in everything. I'm always inspired by like Tarantino's way of filmmaking, Coen Brothers' way of filmmaking and all that. I like it, and especially Tarantino, I like this way of filming.
The Q show time will Karthik Subbaraj. Welcome. நம்ம படம் தான் பேசணும், நம்ம பேசக்கூடாது. Turned out to be an iconic dialogue. Is that a statement that you always want to stick on to?
Yeah, I always, because it came from my heart. I mean, I believe in that statement. So I believe in that. I want to make the statement. Yeah.
Iravi turned out to be one of the finest female-centric feminist movies made from the industry. Iravi was your fourth movie.
Third movie, yeah.
Yes. In between there was an anthology.
Yeah, fine, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so it was a crucial time, and you chose Iravi to be your fourth movie at that time. That too, a female-centric movie. Why Iravi?
So Iravi, I mean, because when I was doing Jigarthanda as my second film, Jigarthanda முடியும் போதே வந்துட்டு there was a short story of Sujata sir. So the Jannal Malar அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு there's a short story. So I read that sometime, that short story. Somehow that character, the story is very, it's about a person who has gone to jail for different reason. For his boss, he wants to support his boss. So he does a crime for his boss and then he goes to jail. But at that time, his wife is like pregnant, or the kid is just born. But he is gone. He doesn't take care of her. And
like
gone.
Michael.
Yeah, like Michael's story. So he's gone to jail. And then when he comes back, what is happening between that kid, the wife and all that. It's a very dark story. It is very more dark than Iravi also. So அந்த character அந்த story, it had an impact on me, and I thought I should do this a film, because we can't do that as a complete film because it's a short story. But அதில் அந்த பாஸ் அப்படின்றது ஒரு கேரக்டர், ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு சின்ன கேரக்டராக இருந்துச்சு. பட் ஐ தாட் I should work on that and then have just one thing as the main plot of the film. It's like how women perceive freedom. That's what I wanted to show, like in three, four women and all that. So அதை வச்சுட்டு I started building the thing. But I felt I should do this because Jigarthanda was like a gangster action and all that. So, and
you want to try out something different?
Yeah, try out in the sense like I wanted to see whether I can shoot something which is based on relations, emotions. அதை வச்சு நம்மளால பண்ண முடியுமா அப்படின்றது, because every film is I'm trying something to see whether it is working or not. So அந்த மாதிரி I wanted to like how K. Balachandran sir has done, Balu Mahendra sir has done, Mahendran sir. So those films all is very it has inspired me a lot. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு scene நம்மளால வைக்க முடியுமா, not like I'm not telling that I've achieved that, it's not because they are like their films are somewhere else. But அந்த மாதிரி, because if you see Balu Mahendra sir's film and all, it is only purely about emotion between a man, woman, and so all like a dialogue based, it happens.
Like everything builds on conversations.
Yeah, conversations and emotion, that relationship based thing and all that. So without any much of an action, much of killing, அதெல்லாம் இல்லை, இருக்கும் killing. But அந்த relationship dramaக்குள்ள பண்ண முடியுமான்ற ஒரு I wanted to try. That's why I started writing it.
Yeah, as we are talking about it, I just want to add that that particular scene in the climax where Arul describes who are men, who are women. Like, we are not women to be tolerant and to be patient. We are men. That's kind of like, was it a hit on male ego which prevails? Like, the content is so relevant.
Yeah, because Iravi வந்து இப்போ ஷார்ட் ஸ்டோரியிலேருந்து வந்தாலும், பட் ஐ ஹவ் சீன் லாட் ஆஃப் லைக் சித்தி, akka, we see, because we are all surrounded by women who are பட் நான் ஒன்று பார்த்தது என்னன்னா எல்லாருமே வந்து whoever it is, whether they come from whether they are like well எஜுகேஷனோ ஸ்டேஜ் அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. Generally if you see any women, no, at last they sort of expect their freedom for a men to come and give அப்படின்ற மாதிரி எனக்கு தோணுச்சு அவங்களோட இதை பார்க்கும். ஸோ அதுதான் சொல்லும் போது ஆல்வேஸ் மென் ஆல்வேஸ் ஹேட் தட் ஈகோ. ஐ மீன் they always have that. ஸோ அதை வந்து தான் சொல்லணுன்றது தான்.
Now you are here as part of release of Attention Please.
Yeah.
It's like Karthik Subbaraj presents. Why Attention Please? Why you choose Attention Please?
So Stone Bench is my our production house, and we have been doing films in Tamil. We have done feature films. We are doing web series and all that. But always we thought we should extend our should break the boundaries and go beyond the regional other industries and all that. And especially like Malayalam films is always inspired me. I mean, even now it inspires a lot of Malayalam films, like the way they do. So we thought, we were talking like, okay, we should also get into Malayalam industry and start producing film. But then only we came to see this film called Attention Please. It's very, very, very intense, very well made film. So we thought we should come there with this film. That should be our launch for in the Malayalam industry, and that's how we started.
Even at the premiere of Attention Please in I50, it acquired so much of critical acclamations as it was made in a single location. That too through 4 characters. It's kind of an experimental film. If you wanna you have other opportunities to present a movie which is so commercial here. Even though you chose this movie, is that your taste for experiments? Or
yeah, I always love that kind of films and events, and basically this is what Karthik is the producer, and so he told like just see this film, and when I saw a film, and then maybe so I saw that film and I was like started like, I mean, how it's so experimental. In the same meantime, it is like it feels like a thriller film. I mean, if you see, I mean, it just holds, and it's all like purely dialogue. I mean, it's a character that keeps and that's superbly made. So I thought this should be this kind of films only we want to make. I mean, yeah. So we felt this is the right film for us to get.
Even if we look at your filmography, every film's climax, it's always special. It's always important as it's a cinema. I just want to know about, does there exist a perfect ending for a movie?
No. Because it's very tough to find, okay, or see, okay, this is the ending. This is what the ending is. And, so, but we need to stop the story, because none of the story ends there. Unless and until you're talking about one guy and then that guy dies, that's the end of story. But it's not that, because all the characters has to continue. So you never know when to stop that story. So it's very, very crucial. And especially with here, when you're making film in Indian film, in the interval block is also telling that where to keep the midpoint and where to keep the end point. So that's very crucial thing.
Even in Ravi or Jigarthanda, we just want to know what happened to them after this.
Yeah. So that's why I'm making Jigarthanda 2. But that's not a sequel. Jigarthanda 2 is not a sequel.
What about Jigarthanda 2?
Yeah, I'm writing the script. But and we are going to start the pre-production now. And, hopefully by next year we'll be
gangster drama.
Yeah, it is a gangster drama. Yeah.
Like everyone are there from Jigarthanda 1?
No. It's like kind of a total different world. Yeah.
You have told that Iravi was all about emotions, conversations, dialogues. How emotional can a director be?
I think me, I'm a very emotional person. And I'm very person.
Does that support you in your writing and making? Or at sometimes
being emotional supports while writing. Definitely it helps in writing. But when you're directing, it doesn't support. You have to be like no emotions. You have to be like that only will help. Because while during shooting as a director, you can't be like too emotional. I mean, if you become too emotional, that time you have to be in some other mode. But I think definitely when you're writing, it helps. I mean, because you get into that character and emotions only, you can write more.
Yeah, we could gather different layers of the character. In Jigarthanda, Assault Setu, it's kind of a pivotal character, which the entire movie stick-ons to Assault.
Yeah.
This character is so original in nature. Even some filmmakers may make their movies from adaptations, inspirations. You have always tried to capture original stories, original characters, and you have also said about storytelling once that we every time everywhere storytelling exists. We
Yeah.
just stories decide who should narrate it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not us.
Yeah, I
Okay.
always believe that because I think story, because story is sort of an energy, They say we talk in that, that they say that universe energy and all that. So I think every story is trying to get into reality, like an art form sort of thing. And I think it chooses its creator. That's what not only creator, it chooses its artist, everything. So I think that is a different, what to say, a connect that has to the script.
Do you always focus on capturing stories or plots or characters from your surroundings?
Yeah, I mean, there's something specific. Suddenly, some might, like for Ravi, I said the story, when I read
Short
this
story.
short story, but for Jigarthanda, it was different. I was making a short film at that time for Nalai Ekunar. So at that time, there was one scene, like a murder scene in the short film. So we thought, because we're making short film, we wanted to show it like a real. So okay, let us not show it like a very cinematic way of murder or something. Let us understand what will be their mindset, because he's not like a contract killer or something. That for that short film, I'm saying he does it out of his outburst. So what will be his mindset, sort of thing? We wanted to then Manigandan, Kaka Mutai director. He was a cinematographer, so he knows somebody and who knows other guy who was I think he has gone to jail because doing a murder and he has come out of the jail sentence. So we thought maybe we can talk to him and see what was his mindset at that time. So at the time we went, that's when I got the idea of Jigarthanda, like, because he was explaining the story like a movie, like he was so excited to tell the way he murdered and everything. And in the end, he was
That
like,
particular scene.
yeah, later it came from there only. So and also he was very keen to act in that. So he was always asking, okay, who's going to do this now? We are telling, no, we are not doing this. We are not doing your story. But he was like, no, I have a lot of things I know about this. So his interest for acting sort of kicked about Jigarthanda. So I think every film had something like Jagmayandram totally had a different from the Sri Lankan Tamil war, Elam war. How that has always impacted me, and that story came from there. And Mahan came from a different perspective. So I keep it open. Anything can inspire for us to write a script.
Now you are a well-known filmmaker. You have created so much movies. You are a producer. You are a distributor. What's your vision on your career after 10 years, maybe?
I think because when initially when I finished my college, never thought, but always it was a passion for me to like I should get into filmmaking and all that. But I never thought we'll be making a feature film and all that. Even when I came to Nalai Ekunar also, my idea was okay. Let me continue in that IT job and keep doing short films for passion sensitive film festivals. That was the idea. But suddenly it took it here, and then at the time also we never thought that we'll have a production house producing films. So it's going in a flow. So let us see where it takes.
If we look at Peta, Jagamathandiram, Mahan, superstars are being casted as your protagonist. Even before your other movies, those were not star-oriented movies. How does this make a huge difference in making?
I think only Peta is one script which I wrote for a star because
it was a tribute.
Yeah, it was a tribute. I wanted to write a story for Talaivar, and I wrote that completely having him in mind, how he will do the scene, story. Even everything is built on him as a star. But other two like Jagamatandram or Mahan is for I had a story. I went and told them, and they liked the story and they came on board. So that didn't have much impact for me, like the stardom or because even Jagamatandram, my idea is to have a midpoint like between, because it can be made in two ways. No, one is like completely entertainer mode, like completely entertaining film with not much of an intense story in there, just like for pure entertainment.
Surreally surroundings.
Yeah, pure entertainment. Other thing is like you make a story about Elam war like in a very serious way, but I wanted for the mass audience to know this story in an entertaining way. That's what I tried in that film. And Mahan is also again it's very character oriented film, and I somehow got because it's a father-son story, and somehow I got Vikram sir and his son, and it was that actually inspired me. Okay, because who else can do a father-son? I mean, real life father-son doing a father-son story was it was very interesting for me. So I didn't do any much changes for the stars. Only film is Peta I did for Talavar.
Now, after Attention Bliss, you are producing Jirin's next movie.
Yeah.
That
It's called Reka. I mean,
Reka.
The same team, same director producing, and that has also come out really well. And we are looking to produce more films in Malayalam.
Even in your other films too, there were political statements. There were politics discussed very seriously in the movies. How political should be a filmmaker? Does he always should be political?
No. I don't even see myself as like a very political person and all that, because I don't want to see politics in everything. That sort of becomes what to say, because that's what I wanted to in Mahan. I wanted to tell that only. Okay, let me be. I mean, we should also leave someone to their individuality. You know, you will not see politics in everything, but it comes out. I mean, subconsciously it is there. I mean, if you tell any story, I mean, even in Ravi, there is a bigger politics than the politics. Like what to say. That's a bigger politics of the entire gender thing, like how male ego is always thing. So that is also a politics. So I think subconsciously it should be there. I mean, it comes, but I think it should be like forced also. Like I'm going to tell something and that I have to speak always politics. I mean, it not be. You can also do like a complete zero politics film also. So I don't see it as a very essential thing if you have to be there. But yeah, I mean, I think subconsciously it will come.
Was always fascinated by your love for white shots. Even in your Jigarthanda, Tantram, everywhere. And also a kind of Tarantino style. So like tribute to Tarantino maybe, and some kind of violent shots. And what is that one thing that excites you in white shots?
Basically, like visually, because during pre-production itself, we used to do a lot of.
You always have storyboards.
Yeah, storyboards and all that. And cinema is like a visual. So I always make sure that the visual actually sort of excites me, because anyway you need a white shot or a tight, or you have only few shots, but how interesting it is, how impactful it is to me personally. So I think that visual sense is what helping, and definitely I am always inspired by like Tarantino's way of filmmaking, Coen Brothers' way of filmmaking and all that. I like it, and especially Tarantino, I like his way of telling. So in some films, like subconsciously it comes there. Okay, this kind of a shot, like it comes like so. It looks like a Tarantino.
Even if we are talking about experimental movies, Mercury was finest of that kind. Like, it was so experimental without dialogues. Was that so risky? As you were at high in your career and doing a film like Mercury?
No, it was not risky until the film got released. So after that, it became because it was not well received, and that became because it was our own production. It was actually first from Stonebench we produced Maya Daman first. Mercury was the second thing. So, but none of us had felt this is a risky and all. We actually felt everyone was excited, like producer Karthik and Kalyan, the entire team were all excited about that. And then we didn't think it's going to be a risk. We were all like enjoying that experiment. But maybe the way it is received, then we felt okay. I think it was a risky experiment.
Okay. Pizza was also like at one line of that movie. It's like a short film. You develop it into a feature film with all those gimmick elements, horror elements, everything. Why do you pick up Pizza for you?
So Pizza, the story is, I mean, because Jigarthanda was my first script, first feature film script. I wrote after Nale Kunar. I wrote Jigarthanda only, and I was looking for producer. Like, nearly like 2 years, I was going everywhere to all the producers. Everybody liked the script. Jigarthanda, they read, they said it's very good, but the budget is you can't do in that budget, or they are not ready to believe a first-time filmmaker and give so much budget. That was the issue. So what happened was, C.V. Kumar sir is the producer of Pizza, and I went and actually pitched Jigarthanda only to him first. So he is the person who actually explained me clearly. He read the script, and then he asked like, okay, what is the budget you are thinking in this mind? So I told less than 2 crores, sir. I mean, that's all, because that's a benchmark, no, for a new filmmakers. You have to go with
Maximum
1
2
crore,
crore.
maximum 2 crore. Yeah, I said less than 2 crores. So what he said is, this film will definitely take more than 4 crores, and nobody will produce you this film as a first time filmmaker. So better you keep it for a second film, and then you do a first film or come with the script which is very, very like a low budget. It has to be less than a crore film, sort of a thing. That's when I thought I should make a film that happens in, like how I think the team of Attention Please had thought, no, like that. I thought at that time, okay, it should happen in one house. That's it, and very few characters. That's how pizza came. The thought of pizza came.
As a final question, every time a Vijay Sethupathi movie is being discussed or a Vijay Sethupath's character is being discussed, your Facebook post resharing every time. Like, you will know him. What was your belief on not only Vijay Sethupathi, even in Bobby Simha, in your whole team?
Because I think that post happened when he was doing Nale Ekunar. At that time, after Nale Ekunar. Actually during Nale Ekunar, I mean, because he acted in a film called Tenmerku. That was his first film as a hero. So he was going to that film shoot only, and then he came and shot Neer for me. That's a short film which he made. So I know Vijay Sethupathi as an actor, like how great as an actor he is, and then we all were like knowing that once he starts his career as a hero, definitely he's going to go right. So that's when, because the person who asked that question is also my friend only. So it's not because he's my senior actually. The person who has asked the question, who is Vijay Sir? He's my college senior. So because since I posted, he casually asked, I casually responded. Now I think everyone is using that as an. Even my college senior called me once and I asked, hey,
so anyway, all the very best for your
Thank
future projects. Waiting for you. More films from your side.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much.